And because of a storm that you went through, come on, because of a storm that you went through, it caused that. It caused that awakening. I always say this, life is not like a video game. I know they say, oh, life is a game and you just got to play the right moves. But in video games, if you make a wrong decision, then you get to go back to your last spawn point and make a better decision because you now see what the future looks like. This person sees what the future looks like and they are looking back and wishing that they can go back and change the decisions that they done made. But you can't go back to yesterday. They're saying law is not justice. This is not fair. They're saying this to themselves. This is not fucking fair. This is not fair. But you can't go back to yesterday. And it's kind of, this energy is screaming out, I didn't know they were like that. I didn't know that I'm not going to find this. It's like going to, perfect. Oh, perfect. It's like going into a thrift store versus going to a Walmart. All right. So when you go and you pick up something from Walmart, you can find that bitch on Target. You can find that bitch on Amazon. You can find that merchandise at multiple locations, right? But when you go to a thrift store, come on now. Come on. When you go to a thrift store, it's not the same. You may find this is why personally I love thrift stores, and this is why I personally love them, is for this fact right here. You may find something so rare that you will not easily find anywhere else. It could have been discontinued. It could have been handmade. It could have been, you know what I mean? And it just, like, you find something that you can travel. You'll find a whole bunch of needles, but you won't find that piece of hay. You won't find the same thing. So this person walked into a thrift store thinking that they were in a Walmart. And now that they understand that they were in a thrift store, they're realizing that they're not going to find you many places else. Like, it's not happening. Yeah, I just said that. The Empress. King of Wands. Yeah, this person, it's like I don't want to say a failed manifestation, because here's the thing, it might have been your protection. I just dropped this card. And because they're like now seeing that you're not moving towards them, they now are losing patience. They're losing patience with themselves. They're losing patience with the situation. They're losing patience. And they want to release the burden of how heavy that Ten of Wands is. They want to release that. Yeah, because they want to release, they have a control issue. The Emperor can sometimes have a temper as well. So like, they want to release, like, I want to hear, I don't want to be in charge, you be in charge, you just, you know, like whatever you want, as long as I get you back. Interesting, Libra, interesting. So, and once again, if I haven't said this earlier in the reading, you have to flip everything the way that it fits. So if I accidentally say gender, like he, she, flip it how it fits. Yeah, this person wants to communicate because it's whatever they've been going through in life in general hasn't been the easiest on them right now. It hasn't been the easiest on them right now. And another thing with that change in the night, they feel like this might be something that, like, you have to understand time works differently per perspective. And I mean that in a way of saying, like, you know how a toddler will feel like a month is a very long time to a toddler. If you think, like, they feel like a month, they feel like a whole day is very long, versus if you're like an adult, a day is like that. Like, so it depends on your perspective. I say that for a reason, because in your perspective, you changed in the night. To them, it really feels like they just saw a different version of yourself yesterday, where it took you all damn, it could have been year, 2 years, 6 months. But to you, you understand how much time it took for you to change, or for you to implement whatever changes of self-improvement that you've been going through. And because of that, they're like, from their perspective, like, I just saw you, like, let's say if you were riding around on a bicycle and now you got like a car. I just saw you riding a bike yesterday, but you got the car 6 months ago. But they, in their brain, time is not super linear for some reason, because they're going through some things. That may not resonate for everybody, but I was just like to say that. Okay, so all right, there's like 3 cards that like jumped out. So we have Awakening. Wow, we just spoke about that. Radical Rebirth. Creativity. Storms. So this awakening could have happened because of a storm. And here's the thing, storms, sometimes you need them. I know nobody wants to hear that. Divine lineage, yes sir, yes ma'am. I know nobody wants to hear that. Yes sir, yes ma'am. But you need that. I felt a presence say, but I hate that. I get you. I get you. Nobody likes to go through a storm. And then intuition. Here's the beautiful part. It seems like, you got to take this if it resonates. It feels like you went through something, and then this person that's watching you also went through something. But you guys both handled the situations differently. There was a situation, and then now it's like this person is seeing you. You're walking different. You're talking different. And because of a storm that you went through, because of a storm that you went through, it caused that. It caused that awakening. And to everybody else, it feels like it happened overnight. This feels like it's connected to, I just did a Sagittarius reading. So you may resonate with the Sagittarius. I just did that. Yeah, because I just said this earlier, and whoever the person you were dealing with, they have control issues. They have control issues. They don't like what they seeing. And it's because you held up a mirror. Like I said, y'all both went through something. Someone specifically does not like to hear this, but it is the truth. Storms are sometimes necessary to elevate you. If you go back into any lineage, like your starting point, like a successful person's starting point, they didn't just become successful because they decided to wake up one day and say, I'm going to be motherfucking successful up in this bitch. No, they had something happen that was the awakening period. They had something bad happen. That's sometimes how it starts for a lot of great people. They had something happen and they turned around and they're like, you know what? All right now. And this is a group of people. A lot of people right now are they went through something, or they're going through something, but this feels like this is the energy of this. But it's all rooted because of the storm. And the storm could have been connected to either a partner. It could have been connected to a failure of something. I don't know. It feels like it was a partner because someone has severe control issues in that Emperor upside down. So you held up a mirror to somebody, and now they're like, by the way, can I join the club? Can you let me back in? This bouncer is trying to keep me out. Can you let me back in, please? And now you have a fork in the road. You have a fork in the road. You have a decision to make. Attraction, Mars, hot. This is very, very hot energy. The Sagittarius, you may want to check that out. But the reason why this person wants to come back, and I need to let you know, is because you took a stand and you put your foot down. on something. Something happened. You put your foot down. Y'all both went through separate storms. Your storm elevated you. You're doing what you need to do. Their storm, they're like, I want to be on that ride. It's like if you're on a bus and somebody is like on another bus and y'all are going to two separate directions or destinations. They're like, I want, wherever this person goes, I want to go over there. Now they're on board with everything. So you do have a decision to make. Okay, signs. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. Okay, so source will push you down one direction or the other. They'll get, ooh wee. Two popped out. Okay, so we have trust. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. And then we have, is this the second? Yeah, creativity is right here. Second confirmation, creativity. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. So you do have I feel like you know the decision that you're going to make, and it's not the decision that this person wants you to make. So take that if it resonates. I don't know if because it feels like there's a path, but I'm seeing this path that's why I said this will be a little bit tougher, but this path is completely broken off. You really don't, I'm sorry. That is being highlighted. This path is broken off. You think you have a decision, or somebody thinks, I'm sorry. Let me slow this down. Someone thinks that a decision needs to be made. But when in all actuality, you already made that decision, didn't you? Libra, you already know what you're about to do. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. You already know what you're about to do. So this person is in the middle looking at both paths, but this is broken off. You already made your decision. It's just the person that you're dealing with doesn't know what decision you're about to make, but you've already made your decision. So congratulations on that. Source will give you signs. Source will nudge you. Source will push you in the right direction. You are highly connected with Source. Source will push you in that right direction. So you just have to trust what you're feeling, and then use your creativity as a sense of therapy. Use your creativity as whether you are, I don't know, dancing in the streets versus singing, writing. Use your creativity to help you through what was going on. But like, trust in that divine path. You already know what you're about to do. And congratulations on that. You already know.